can. I don't want to. No, thank you. Okay. I got that link. Let's see, are we live?
Yeah.
We are. My phone always does this thing where I click on it and it's like waiting for alerts. And it's like, I know it's live. So I could probably like back out and get back into it.
Probably YouTube having a slight delay too.
And part of me, I don't know how much of it is my own app on my phone. Because, you know, it's a reliable source to watch your own stream on your regular ass phone. But that's all the equipment I got. I guess I could boot it up on my computer, but it's all the way over there, and it's not portable. It's a very heavy computer. We have now ended 2 of our streams with people dying. It was literally just like, Wilred's dead. Oh no. And we report it, and now Midfield has just been sitting here like, Wilred's dead, oh no. Oh, my cat.
Brita's dead. Wilred's dead. The Ginyu Force is dead.
The slip and slide is dead.
The slip and slide's dead. Vegeta's dead. Ash died in Pokemon the first movie.
What?
You know, the scene where he turns to stone.
Oh. That was just getting turned to stone.
That was enough for me to be like, oh, dead. That's when everyone would walk out the theaters and like, I'm done with this.
You know, I'm pretty sure as a kid I was like, it's gone now, there's no stone. And then all Pokemon cried. Do you think if we shed enough tears we could revive some of the dead characters in this game? Because I do Moonbrita first.
Yeah. Wait, who is that, who was that one guy in the Waking Sands? He always had a mask on. And that girl always had, like, amnesia. I want them back.
I don't know.
Zuya's like, who?
You know Zuya's, you know, track record. She can't
was that thaumaturge.
Track of anybody's name.
She was the thaumaturge with the Elezen with the green cape with, like, that swirly mask. And she's like, I had friends in 1.0. I don't know where they are. Oh,
was she like, I'm a representation of the 1.0 legacy characters, and then she died.
And then she died. Maybe we could bring back Neuraxia too.
Oh, between Neuraxia and Moonbrita? No, Moonbrita needed more screen time, so...
Rattatan. I would like Rattatan back. He deserves a second chance.
We're gonna bring Rattatan back just to beat him up and kill him again. And then we go back to Nero and we're like, we revive Rattatan, and he's like, oh really? How's he doing? He's already dead again. Oh, well, that's disappointing.
It just reverts back to Cape West when it's just him in a ditch with flies. You just hear the whirling wind.
Square Enix, hire us for Endwalker plot. I guess it's already written. It's
we'll leave
already
Livia
there.
dead.
I mean, I think Livia's officially, like, dead. Didn't she appear in the, Palace of the Dead or something?
Yeah, they could always retcon, though.
Yeah, they can. But it's
It could
It's
have just been
kind
like
of
the
funny that.
infigment of the Warrior of Light's imagination. It's like he's gonna need a lot more booze after that.
Look, ask me about the lore of the Palace of the Dead, and I really am like, I don't know. Don't go there.
Everyone
Just
was
don't go
dead.
there. Don't go to Palace of the Dead. You'll get sucked in a probably one of the largest grinds on this game, and you just see some weird shit.
Some really strange shit. You're like, holy shit, this is where 1.0 went.
Well, is it that the veil is really thin there, and that's how the dead can, like, you'll see visages of the dead walking the halls, and ooh, spooky. Also, you'll die to this landmine. So,
And mimics.
The thing that scares me about the Palace of the Dead are mimics and stepping on landmines. Those are the things that are spooky.
And when they do it, you just know the main villain's like doing the scene from Snow White with the evil witch, where she's cackling as she's going down the stairs.
Yeah. You know, I don't think I ever made it to the lower parts of Palace of the Dead where I could start to see dead figures. That
I would love
we
to see
found.
that park bench area. That seems really cool to be in. I think that'd be
Well,
I think that's like every like black mage's like final dream, is to like head to the end of there.
do you see Willard in Palace of the Dead? Does Willard show up?
I don't know about Wilred. I knew Livia and Ratauten did, but those were the only ones that I knew that would make a scene. I honestly would like to try it out
There's a couple of
myself.
others I know. I can't say it due to spoilers, but I think it's confirmed that if they appear in the Palace of the Dead, that's why it was suspicious that. Oh, I can't say that either. I'm just gonna shut my mouth about, you know, dead characters. But I think it's like if they showed up in Palace of the Dead, that means they are gone. They're just gone.
It's like that scene from Toys R Us with Andy with Woody. He's like, I don't want to play with you anymore.
But oh, you can see the dead adventurers that you found in Realm Reborn. And I think Ungist is there. Remember Ungist? Ungist is in Palace of the Dead, so he's confirmed.
I got game in
like,
the underworld.
he's just chilling. Now, I don't know. Does the Palace of the Dead mean that they're like spirits with unresolved things? So maybe they're like,
I think that's
they're
what it is.
trapped?
It's like, yeah.
So
like
maybe
they haven't
there
made
is
it
a
to the other
way
side
to
yet.
way to make their undead. Yeah, because mostly if people die, they go back to the life stream so that they can be reborn. There is no like heaven or hell really. There's just the life stream. Of course, there is other, I don't know, theories out there in the Final Fantasy world, but I'm pretty sure the live stream is the most commonly accepted and mayhap proven. Well, let's see. Do we got peoples in? I don't know if we got our
I haven't seen anybody yet. They'll probably show in as we keep going.
our guild members. Or should I say free company. I've always wanted to say, what is it? I think in the beginning, when I
welcome,
joined
Kate.
this game. Oh, Kate's here, our very, very loyal fan. The most loyal. We're seeing if, Clever Hachi might be online tonight. I don't know if either one of them have work.
It's me, the main character.
Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying our Palace of the Dead talk as we ruminate over dead characters that may
This
or
is
may
literally
not be?
reminiscing over Realm Reborn. Who's dead?
Well, okay, so to be put in limbo, do you have to go to Palace of the Dead? Like, is that like the one place ghosts are allowed to hang out? Like, is Palace of the Dead just that one area? If you died, like, if you died all the way in, like, where's bumfuck nowhere? Garlemald. Bumfuck nowhere, Garlemald. Like, out in the provinces, not even the main city. Like, you're out in the farm
I feel
territory.
like if you died in Garlemald, I think you get a pass because you're literally already in purgatory.
Oh, you do not know how much Final Fantasy VII stuff is in this game.
Oh yeah, there is.
There's a lot more Final Fantasy VII. I mean, we got materia.
Okay, I could literally wear Cloud's outfit if I choose to.
You can. Oh, you pull it off though.
I could. I could literally pull it off, but
you could also.
we choose
also
not
be
to.
Cloud Strife, or not Cloud Strife. The other Cloud Strife. Leon. Leon.
Leon. Oh God, Leon.
We're
Titus.
gonna be Kingdom Hearts in here. We're not gonna call him Squall from his own game. We're gonna call him Leon. Just to show some disrespect. I'm betting like there's some role players out there that are literally Cloud Strife and Squall running around on what, maybe Balmung or something. I'm not sure. I don't know what's happening with Balmung right now. I don't want to know what's going on with Aether and Crystal right now. I just keep
it's
getting
that scene
glimpses.
of the guy with the pizza who comes into the room and everything's on fire.
Yeah. Well, like Primal, where we're at right now, is we're kind of like on the beach, and we're watching this ship kind of doing like a whirligig, and then another ship that's doing a whirligig but is also on fire. And so I'm just like watching from afar and going, oh, okay, that's weird. I hope that doesn't land over here. So.
Be Kingdom Hearts for me. I would never wear Sora's outfit. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I couldn't, and I will not. That's where I'd say. That's where I'd put a line. Unless I could dress up as Raikou. Not Raikou.
Raikou? Raikou!
Raikou, the legendary Pokemon.
No, not Raikou. I don't know, I think I remember that's exactly how Kingdom Hearts went. Raikou showed up.
It was literally... Kingdom Hearts was literally Pokemon Johto. Ugh. Alright, well, on that note, here we are, everyone. We are literally at the finale to Realm Reborn. Oh, thank you all for joining, and it's going to be a bumpy ride, so make sure you have your tissues, your popcorn, and everything all set, because we're gonna need it.
We got through 2 character deaths, we don't need more, we're done.
Yeah, we don't need any more character deaths.
We're okay.
But for the last time in Realm Reborn, we're going to accept the quest from Minfilia.
We're going to talk to Minfilia
like
for the
upteenth millionth time.
Yeah, it's not a Realm Reborn unless you're talking to Minfilia.
Time to every purpose. While others look forward to the impending royal banquet, Minfilia cannot help but look to the past. She is also reminiscing about Realm Reborn.
We got invited to a party. Okay, this is what I remember from last episode. We got invited to a party that the Alliance was like, hey, good job fighting those dragons that we refused to help you with. Can we have some cake? But it's all political and everything, so Amric's gonna be like, yes, of course we accept. You guys did nothing for us, but I need to just grit my teeth and just be like, I need to be nice with the other countries, or else we're all dead.
Just smile and wave, Meryl Webb, smile and wave. Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now.
Hold on, I didn't start the cutscene.
I gotta walk closer to you. I got a secret to tell you. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard. The first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north, to fight in common cause.
I think it was mostly just me and some free company
and free
people.
companies, and as Alfina would say it, sell swords?
cell swords, and then the Crystal Braves, which are also cell swords. So it's like cell swords with a side of some cell swords.
This may mark the true rebirth of the Orzian Alliance. Failing that, it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together.
Look, I'll take any reason to party right now, I guess.
We have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not?
Well, we did, like, have 2 people in our membership get murdered, so that's kind of a downer.
We have bested Dravanians and Asians both, or as some people call it, Ashians. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable they were bought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies, broken on the steps of faith. And before our eyes in this very room, our dear friend Moonbrita. This is a victory we have wrought, and it's as bitter as ashes in my mouth. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead, like Zia over there.
Zia's like, I would take any reason to have some roast chicken right now.
Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice.
Look, just get your party on for once.
I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. I had Tataru bring out the Work Bitch song by Britney Spears when we enter. It's gonna be marvelous.
I feel like the city-states are gonna watch the Scions and like, oh gosh, there they are, they're the saviors of the universe, and they all have like the hater shades on, and then like
it's like a royal red carpet, and it's like that lady's like, everyone's decked out in their favorite outfits.
They're all dressed up like LMFAO, like just like zebra
Girl,
pants.
look at that body. Girl, look at that body.
That's the Scions, and they're like, there they are.
I wait for the
they
Scions.
Saved all of us.
Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lamina a note. If they did not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. Just imagine Ophelia having so many cupcakes in her arms, and she gets caught red-handed, and she like runs out the door. She's like, for Eorzea!
The politics get too heavy, and she just starts shoving breadsticks into her back.
We gotta go!
Get all these breadsticks.
We gotta go! They're like, Ophelia, where are you putting all those? We gotta go! We gotta go!
But Ophelia, those are unlimited breadsticks!
We gotta go!
We have magic in this realm, they really mean unlimited!
Oh god, I'm snorting.
Rio's looking at us like, are you two done?
This is what Lily Larks and T are saying to one another.
Breadsticks. He's like, yeah,
the breadsticks
I hope
for
you
me.
Rio's like, I hope you smuggle out some breadsticks for me. Don't forget your old pal Rio. You need some breadsticks.
I'm a little downcast.
A little bit. I don't like that Wilra died. I could use a breadstick.
I could use a good breadstick right now. Mentally, it comes out. You want to think about bombs? I got 20.
Okay. We're off to the big old soiree, yeah? Larks, do ya remember me when it comes to those breadsticks? And raise a glass for me, huh? Or not. Just don't forget those breadsticks. You don't look best pleased. Not on your mind? The silence as you describe it. Ah, by the navigator. Wilred's dead? Ah, frick, I knew that was coming. God damn it. They must know they've been rumbled. We've been rumbled. They must know they've been rumbled. Rumbled and tumbled. Get it? Because I'm a pirate. Sonnet. It's past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around, on the quiet like, and sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit of coin made its way into the Braves' coffers, courtesy of a Dodo Consortium. A daft name for a business if I ever heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right.
Like, who would name it Dodo?
So I went through the ledgers again and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid, bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. All were owned by the Mirage Trust. I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. I mean, we are all just sellswords. Short of calling one of his businesses the bloody bribery consortium, I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. How did Alfino miss this? Did he just look at it like, yes, Dodo Consortium?
Dodo Consortium.
He's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Eorzeans love dodos.
Look,
I mean,
Alfino, we all know Alfino's an idiot. That's why Alize's like, I'm gonna go kill shit, bye.
Alfino looked right at that, and he's just like, yeah, sounds legit.
Dodo Consortium. I like dodos.
I like dodos. I'm gonna draw a picture of a dodo.
Look, Ilbert, I drew a dodo. And it's that meme of Mrs. Popo Neptune.
Well, the gods only know how many men of the first and third are taking Telegi's coin. But now we know, as some of them are, I'd wager me right eye, they're the ones that did it for Wilred. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions. Bound to attract attention, he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't. God's damn me. I haven't gotten laid in a while. That's why I was distracted. Yeah, well,
really should call a wise cat.
Yeah. I still don't see what Telegi hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing into the wind. Dodos. No. He's cleverer than this. So we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. You know, I'm pretty sure he was sitting there going like, they'll never catch Dodo Consortium. And he was right. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that, you have my word. My word! 'Cause I'm a pirate. And, Lars, so yeah, mind yourself when you're in Ul'dah. We're heading into a storm. I can smell it. 'Cause I'm a pirate.
Ew.
We smell storms all the time. We call it storm sniffing.
Storm
But this is the kind... this is storm of blood. And you're like, no, that's another game from now. This storm is the kind that'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it. And I know it.
Like, we just go, we just nod to that. Like,
just, okay.
Largus, you're like, I have no idea what he just said to me.
See, I was like, of the Laminsons we know, he's actually one of the only Laminsons that is really, really understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like what's the Fisherman Guild guy? Oh gosh, what's his name?
Is it Baderon? Baderon?
No, Fisherman Guild guy, the Lalafell.
Oh.
Baderon is... He's also hard.
Not Sissy
And
Poo.
then-
Is it Fufu? No. I can't remember the Fisher guy.
I can't remember him either. But every time I speak to him, I'm like... Indecipherable, have a nice day. Like...
Well, no one's at the Rising Stone, so... To the Royal Promenade! We're ready to strut our stuff.
The Lalafells on the Lala show are active. I teleported into Ul'dah and had one of them shout. They're active on the Link show again.
Well, that's good to know.
Lalafell Mafia's back in business.
The reckoning never sleeps.
Gonna start ruling the marketplace pretty soon with Endwalker's release. I swear, like half of the bargain board gets owned by Lalafell. It's creepy.
They'll have to once every single data center is able to chill with one another. Everything will kind of tank a bit for a while.
Yeah, we're entering in some weird times. When I first started this game, I don't think we even had half the player base that we have today. Probably had like maybe a fourth of it. And now it's like huge.
Oh, the gang
Look
is
at
all
these
here.
people. These are all the people like we're here for the breadsticks and we don't want leftovers.
Let's start with... Oh, and yeah, also I am... This, for all of you ladies. For all of you ladies out there. Here is Larx's banquet outfit. Take it all in. Take it all in.
Zia is like trying to block him, but she's like not big enough. Like...
And here's Zuya's perfect Ul'dah outfit, mind you all. As you fold your arms.
Like, no.
Okay, let's see. Papa Lima, what do you guys say? I do hope Ida's not under the impression that we are here to make merry. We are ostensibly the Antician's escort, after all.
No partying allowed.
What up, Ida?
It's a banquet, so there'll definitely be food, but will there also be dancing? And if there is, will it be before or after the food? Dancing on a full stomach is no fun, but neither is being hungry. What to do? See, as like going straight for the snack bowl when they get it.
Ingrid, what are you looking at? Is that? No, just my imagination. What? Oh, pay no attention to me. 'Tis a habit from my misspent youth, looking over my shoulder from time to time. What?
It's like, is that a fountain? Fountain?
By indeed, it's a fountain. Okay. Anyway, I think he's still taken over by La Brea still.
He's still got some brain problems going on. If I didn't know any better, I should think that our bard had run afoul of yet another jilted lover.
Oh, that's what this all is?
And I think you found another person you had a one-night stand with? How many people in Ul'dah have you slept with? Like, just in Ul'dah, Thancred.
Oh, Thancred.
He's like, I don't know, I'm too much of a slut. Just leave me alone.
What up, Infilia? Oh, we've been waiting for you two. The celebration is due to begin shortly. I had hoped that we might make our introductions together, but Mistress Momodi just sent word that you're needed at the quicksand. We are?
So guys, like, she better not be in the way of me getting a hold of that snack bowl.
Okay, come but not gone. A hero must go wherever he or she is needed, and according to Minfilia, you are needed elsewhere. Doesn't mean we don't get to have the breadsticks.
Don't worry, they're unlimited.
It's all you can eat. We will go on ahead, Larks and Zuya. Pray, join us once matters at the quicksand are resolved. But I wore my best tux. Give my regards to Momodi, and let her know that I will call upon her anon. Lark's like, did you hook up with Momodi?
Momodi does enjoy a good tale about members.
Oh,
Every
God.
once in a while.
What if he did?
I mean, Momodi is a catch, but I also think, like, she'd be like, haha, you wish.
Yeah.
She'd just be like, you wish. You wish you could get this. You can't, though.
You can't have this. This is a 5-star, not a 3-star.
This isn't the Caroline Canopy.
Oh! Whoa!
The biggest shade to ever be
That
thrown
was the
down
biggest
in
shade I think I've ever heard.
I don't know.
Damn.
I like to think that Uldog
What did she do to you?
Uldog and Gridania just have this big giant rivalry. And they just forget about Lominsa. Lominsa's having a rivalry with itself. I think I was Momodi. It's been like 8 years since we've talked to Momodi.
I know, right?
Ah, is it you two? I hope it is. I haven't seen you guys in like 18 months. I appreciate you dropping in on such a short notice. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with a Crystal Brave by the name Elaine, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, she came round for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must tell you. A short message, I'll grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food, too. Under other circumstances, I've thought those signs of a troubled heart, and maybe some interesting stories about a member. Something tells me she ain't planning to ask for your thoughts on a gentleman collar. So you guys, like, do you have a gentleman collar? She's married now. So you guys a married woman.
You can't have this. So Central Thanalan. So we need to rendezvous with Elaine. Well, that's kind of concerning, especially after we just talked to Riol. We're just like, okay, Elaine's one of our favorites. We have to protect her. We don't need any more of our favorites like dying on us.
Well, I like that, like, all of the city-states, including Ishgard right now, are like, yeah, let's just have a party, but it's more like, let's have a party so that we can talk about business and crap. So it's not even a fun party. It's one of those, like, gotta put on airs and talk, you know, big game. Gotta get ready for the games.
A big game.
But like, so in the meanwhile, there's like this awful plot in the background that nobody's really aware of, really, except Warrior of Lights. They're the only one of the Scions who's like put most of the pieces together. I mean, I'm pretty sure Riol's got it, but he's not one of the main Scions. Riol's just kind of like, I'm sniffing something. Sniff.
Well, this is usually where I always find my women, at the train station.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's like, how many women do you meet?
He's like, good question. As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and all too soon, The ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file but your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clear in your head, you scan the horizon, but see no sign of Elaine. I'm in danger.
I don't like this.
Why are we
like that
thinking about dead people?
We were at the Palace of the Dead. We just cleared Palace of the Dead. We're just like, oh, I shouldn't have done that run.
Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Keykern dying by that guy behind you.
I see the Keykern.
I hear it.
You hear the screaming
I hear
and dying.
And the buzzing of seeping clouds. Well, yeah, they're dying too.
That adventurer is earning their coin. They're just trying to earn some coin over here, guys.
I can also see a chocobo fucking ending someone's career in the background too. Oh my god.
The chocobo's also earning its coin. Look, it's a living. You can't blame them.
But no approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head, only to notice the vial lying at your feet. What?
Yeah,
well, it's not a vial,
that's
it's a faint light.
So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna pick it up. Just grabs it.
Ah, Larks, Zuya, is that you? What brings you out this way? Hey, it's me, that woodwiller you hated.
You remember beating me up? It was great.
Remember when I used to work with the Garleans?
Yeah, I'm totally over that now. I don't work with Garleans.
Lieutenant Elaine? Why, no, I haven't seen her about. The only thing I see are my hot, sexy sideburns. But had she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. I must have passed this spot a dozen times. It's not like she's dead behind a boulder or anything. She's not. It's all good. She's not dead. We're to patrol
she's okay.
She's fine. We're to patrol the city's environs, whatever. I found that in a dictionary. On account of the royal banquet. Environment. On account of the royal banquet. Ilbert's been teaching me. Captain's orders, you understand? Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin?
Yeah, it was, you guys like, I need to be, like, head deep in a snack bowl right now.
You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Pray return to Ul'dah, you two. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here.
I don't like this guy's vibes. I'm not vibing with him. Don't look at me with that. No, you're not gonna look at me like that. Punch your face.
The sideburns are in order.
Sideburns down.
Sideburn 1, this is Sideburn 2.
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
You could say, before the fall. We were all thinking that. So in case anyone needed a reminder, Ul'dah's falling apart, Nanamo's wanting to just dissolve the entire government, and the Crystal Braves seem sus. Yeah, let's go to a banquet. Let's party in Ul'dah.
Dodo Consortium could actually be a legitimate business, and we'd just be sitting there like, oh, I'm going to Western Thanalan.
Dodo Consortium is abbreviation for Ul'dah.
I think it's an abbreviation for DC. Dodo Consortium.
Oh.
That's why we DC out of the server, because of dodos.
Oh. Wait, do we still have that vial on us?
Zia totally pocketed it because she thinks
Okay,
she can sell it off later.
that's good to know. We could make money off that vial. We can put Thancred's
Oh,
hopes and dreams in it.
it could be a clue to where Elaine is.
Yeah, she's totally not dead.
She's not dead, not until we see the body. That's my rule. Nobody's dead until I see that body. And even then, they could go to Palace of the Dead and we could try to revive them later on, I don't know.
Or you can put them in the vial.
Yeah, just put them in the vial and stuff them in there, it'll be fine.
We put everybody in our purses anyway. Oh wait, whoops. I already went to the
I'm
chamber
like, Zia's
loot.
beaten here.
I went to the chamber. I thought we were going straight to the
No.
party.
No, I know, they did say you should go to the party, and the Warrior of Light's like, I'm gonna talk to Momodi first. You don't boss me around.
We talked to Mom first.
Yeah, Momodi Mom.
Oh, yeah,
Zia's
let's,
just already sitting at
Can I talk to her while I'm... Oh.
Nope. And then we both get up at the same time because we gotta talk to her. It's rude to talk to somebody while sitting down. You gotta sit up. She's like, oh, well, okay, I guess those seats are uncomfortable, sure. I reckon you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Elaine. What's the matter? No appetite? And Zia just throws this onto the table and
Clouded
clunks,
vial.
clunk.
This tiny glass container appears to have been used before. But to contain what, pray tell?
Oh, so she wasn't there, but this was, huh? Let's see. I don't think you could fit an Ellison in there. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that, I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. It's probably not going to get you in any danger. Any road. No use worrying about Elaine. She's probably not dead and buried behind a boulder or something. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about, like that snack bowl. So I was like, snack bowl! Snack bowl!
The parting glass. Oh, it's Alfino and Ophelia. Oh, how happy.
Have a
Judging
good
by
time.
Momodi's grin, your star could not rise any higher.
Would you believe that while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. It was kind of
Really?
it was a dirty text message. It was sent by somebody named, Manderville? Hildebrand? Anyways. This other one was delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less.
Damn it.
Seems
she
her
found me.
grace Now it seems like the Sultana wants to send you some dirty text messages. Well, it seems her grace desires a private audience. Ooh, you're famous. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go on then. Go. Get out of here. You're not even sitting on my stools. Let my patrons come in.
You needn't trouble yourself so.
Your grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light.
I am.
everyone looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty Warrior of Light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
He will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
Alvina's like, I have my trusty Warrior of Light pocket. What's those little pocket things? Trusty pocket
I almost
knife?
said pocket knife. Yeah, I was gonna say pocket knife, but I'm like, is that kind of a little bit more murderous?
So it's like a Swiss Army knife. It's like Warrior of Light Army knife. Alvina's just kind of like really presumptuous, but it's not like Warrior of Light ever said no to him either. So it's like, damn it, like we're whipped for a 16-year-old kid.
It's more like a sigh of yeah.
You're like, yeah, I gotta do whatever Alvino tells me. He's just like, if anybody disagrees with me, I'll have the Warrior of Light stand there and hit them with this stick. So I was like, normally, I'm good. I like hitting people with sticks, but for some reason, I just don't want to do it for you.
Oh, she is literally right here. Miss Lady in Waiting.
Thank you for coming, madam and sir. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith.
Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. So this is a warning.
Very famous.
This is a warning. This is telling you there's going to be a lot of cutscenes. So that means a lot's going to happen.
This usually happens at the end of nearly every game.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is the first time that ever happened, and everybody was looking at that message like, what's going to happen?
Right. So yeah,
How
make
many
sure you got your popcorn.
Are there? There's a lot of cutscenes.
So, proceed to the Sultana's bedchamber? Well, yes. That's a nice cup.
Enter.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived.
Pray, come in, and take your ease.
Look how absolutely blue Amric is. He sticks out like a sore thumb.
'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
And they all clap for him just because he spoke. They're just like, oh, I'd love to hear that voice.
Except for Ystol and Alfino.
Very well.
Who the fuck are you? You're ugly looking.
You look like you belong in the Hildebrand questline.
Is Artemis?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
He is like, I got the breadsticks!
Sir, the unlimited breadsticks are here. And Alfino's like, oh, I'm gonna be the first one. He walks in and he's like, this is breadsticks.
Why did Yu Hase turn like that?
He's actually a sleeper agent.
Oh god.
He's got, like, a bomb implanted somewhere in his brain. It's about to activate it.
You may go. Your Grace.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me? I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. How much we have both changed since that day we met beneath the Sultan tree. And the days ahead promise to change us further still. I hope that we will recognize ourselves when all of this is over.
Robot's like, I sense something. A disturbance. Disturbance in the force.
On the new rug, no less.
Oh.
Oh God.
See, I was like, you can't speak. I can't speak either.
Oh shit.
So I said, I don't believe they're dead unless I see the body. So,
You.
Oh, how very convenient that they walk in at this exact second.
Oh God.
Her Grace.
Oh, I hope she's not in the Palace of the Dead.
Is dead.
Hope she didn't go there.
The handmaiden was a part of it too. Oh.
I'm pretty sure the whole city of Ul'dah conspired against us.
Poison in her wine?
That you put in?
You did this!
No, you did it, you bastard! I hate you. Never trust a Lala.
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance.
I mean, there's always the back door.
I hereby accuse you of regicide! Men, arrest this viper!
Excuse me? But I'm too good. I look good in this tux to be arrested.
See, I was like, I'm not going back to jail.
Oh no, Nanamo. Ew. He's creepy too. He's creepy too. They're all creepy.
Exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance
This is the part where you're like, oh, everything's going to shit.
Wait, you took over the Rising Stones?
Yeah, there's nobody else there except Tataru and Flavine.
Oh god.
They're only waiting on their unlimited breadsticks leftovers. Alvina's like, this is not how I imagined the party going.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
That's right, guy. This is Hate Lalafell episode.
A lot of Lalafells, were in the making of this fuckover.
Oh good, Ida got her breadstick.
She's like, oh good, I got the first breadstick.
What is the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Amber's like, oh no, I have to go back home. My
Lord
dad
Commander,
calls.
We have received an urgent message from the Holy See.
It's past my bedtime.
I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
Again, how convenient.
Mm-hmm.
So convenient, all
We've
of
had no
this.
such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
Abrick
You
knows
have
what
been a most
bullshit he's
gracious
on.
host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
Like, I smell a bitch, and it's not my dad for once. Feels like I didn't even get to finish my hot coffee yet.
Abrick's like, I've spent my whole life detecting bullshit, and this is like the biggest heap I have ever smelled.
Oh my god, really? Hi, I'm player 2.
What is going on in there?
Oh.
I like that's like Thancred. There's a lot of stuff going down. You're up here being a whore.
Oh. Goodbye, Catgirl number 5.
Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah. If you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner
shit,
of forbidden
Thancred.
arts.
Are you also a black mage?
He is a bard.
You'd best come along with us.
Heard you've been practicing dick magic.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
He's like, guys, get in line. I was getting some mad Makote beauty up in here. And you had to go spoil that.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait. Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo, and as suspected accessories to the crime, all members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
You fucker.
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
Zuya? Why didn't you
It was
just leave it
going
on
to
the
be
ground?
valuable. We're gonna sell it later.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh yes, I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood
I don't think you know what the word Ishgard is whipped, my dude, means. Like,
Did
all of
Telechi
Ishgard-
just assume that Amric and Minfilia?
No,
He's like,
no, you
"Are
gotta understand.
Are you banging Amric?
Telechi, Amric is just whipped for all of his friends. Like, this is how he is. Like, he gets dewy-eyed at, like, anybody.
I just like Telechi goes there like, you're banging Amric.
He's like, no, you don't understand. He gave Warrior of Light his number. Like, it's just how he is.
I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
You bitch! You bitch!
This cannot be. Nanamo. No!
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you.
Oh, he's such a dick.
It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
What?
Who left a better corpse? I think it's Nanamo.
Come on.
Oh no. He went full barbarian.
Rub on.
He's in barbarian rage. Nobody touch him.
Oh god. That's low-key hot.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members.
Lolorito, shut up.
You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Did he just... He ripped his arm off!
I don't think you ripped it. It's more like sliced it.
Sliced it?
You know. There's the line.
What kind of party is this?
The best kind.
Admiral, we must leave.
Really? You're gonna watch one of your friends get their arm cut off, and you're like, okay, I'm out. Party's over.
I didn't
Politics first, I
to take
guess.
your arm so easily.
This is disgusting. They're all supposed to be like allies. They're supposed to be friends. None
Well,
of them are allies to each other.
It's allies until they're no longer allies.
What a great alliance we have.
Oh, it's so great. We're so close. Meanwhile, someone's down an arm.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide. And arrest this traitor as well.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter.
Jesus, Ilbert.
They used to be friends. They used to be brothers.
This was all for our amigo.
Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana?
I don't like this.
It was me.
I really don't. What is with every person's face in this game? Jeez.
You die!
Oh, that... This party's really ending pretty well. Raban, how are you not, like, bleeding out right now?
I never doubted you, not for a
And
moment.
they have to keep this Peggy 16, so... Very little blood.
Never doubted you, not for a moment.
Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Eventually, you got the breadsticks? You do? Like, run!
She's like, I think I counted 712 before I left. That should be enough to last us for several months while we're on the run.
Of course, the fade to black. Of course they had to.
Ah, there you are.
Thancred, where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share poor Nanamo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe has thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
I wonder who we have absolutely whipped
but
right
our
now.
choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papashan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Nanamo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
Oh shit.
They got the breadsticks!
Kill them!
I feel it's like, I died, then hand over these breadsticks.
Hydaelyn needs
Go on
them.
ahead. I'll handle this lot.
Wait, what?
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
Wait, you could just do that with fire?
Here, hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancreds.
See, I was like taking down notes, like, you can close a gate with fire, okay.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Oh.
Those people are running really slow, like, it's not that far of a distance.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, and they're right there. They were waiting with their Starbucks order. They're like, oh, finally, Jerry came back. Turn on a light. Like, there's plenty of lights there, but apparently this is really dark hallway.
She's like, I turned off the lights.
I put on the mood lighting.
Now, Lord Lorito.
For evil.
Or did we leave off? I'm here for my breadsticks. Where are they?
They all the traders were paid in breadsticks. They were... Garlic cheese breadstick.
Ah! Now look what you've done.
Hey, look, an Ida eyeball.
One eyeball. You get one eye.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
Just go into Umbral mode, Papalimo. You'll get your mana back.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think
We're
we'll
the
leave
good
the stewardship
guys.
of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalimo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
Oh, it's time to go Super Saiyan mode.
Let them have it, Ida!
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh.
Limit break! And they were never seen ever again. Some say they're in the House of the Dead. Where'd you find that lantern? It's just hiding down here?
I never
Oh, this
knew
place is
such a
old.
watercourse existed
Old as
beneath
balls.
Ul'dah.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two, go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
Wait, what?
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friends.
Oh, Menphilia.
She's like, Moonbrita's barely dead, guys.
She's like, I'm losing all my friends.
Leave us.
Oh, that face she made. Oh, that breaks my heart.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Thancred's like, I'm used to taking on 1,000 people at once, but
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads.
You're gonna what?
Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You're gonna what?
You wound me.
They're getting married, that's all.
That many a maid would kill for the
In the
chance
Palace
to
of the
spend
Dead.
forever at my side.
In the Palace of the Dead.
May I have the last dance?
Jeez.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
'Tis done.
you couldn't have done this at, like, Titan or something? Could have solved a lot of problems with a spell like that.
Forgive me, Mitra.
I guess it's a one-time dealio, so... Still.
Oh, Thancred said farewell to Menphilia. Oh.
It's like his only family for a very long time.
Oh, shit.
Heidelin, she speaks to me.
What?
No.
She's like, I didn't purchase Heaven's Sword, so I can't do the expansion with you.
I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me.
What do you mean you cannot stay with me?
Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. Tis the only way.
Menphilia?
Blue light was Heidelin saying, you cannot do Heaven's Sword unless you purchase the expansion.
Damn it, I'm the free trial.
Still on the free trial. This was before the free trial extended to Heaven's Sword.
So this is it. We are legit alone. Everyone is gone. We're literally the only ones that made it out of those tunnels.
We're not gonna be alone for very long, though.
Who is that masked man?
It's the ugliest mask ever.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others? Damn that man! Taleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
No offense to you, sir. I have no idea who you are, and after what I've dealt with, I trust no Lalafell right now, so, goodbye.
This is the most handsome Lalafell in all of Ul'dah.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
It's Brent, the guy that took us on our very first adventure that we couldn't see in New Game Plus, but we're gonna pretend we saw it.
He was there at the beginning, and now he's here at the end. I wish we could have had bookends here, but we didn't have that New Game Plus. It's not like it wasn't going to become important right now.
Oh.
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
Who's that guy?
No, take off that stupid mask.
Like, this is the height of Charlene fashion. You know it has to be. Oh good, he took off the mask.
Oh good.
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah, and likely needed a helping hand getting away.
Of course, Alize's like, my brother's an idiot. Here, can you go help him?
My brother thinks he can be a politician at age 16. Can you stop him?
Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were. Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
Yes. Yes, you did.
He's like, I would have never known that this wouldn't have gone all my way perfectly as I thought in my head.
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames. I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Ul'dah. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the monetarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Ul'dah that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
This was the best part because it was revealed that Raubon has a very handsome tiny son.
With hair.
Nope, Alfino's having depression.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's
Oh, guys,
salvation.
look what happened. Now he's got depression.
It was I who needed saving.
Ruined a perfectly good 16-year-old Ellison kid.
Good. He needed to be brought down a few pegs.
This is the final moment where he's like, but why doesn't everything go my way? Oh, did we run out of voice acting budget?
Oh, I'm not there yet.
Oh, hold on. Just, kick at the sand there a bit.
Well, them soldiers keeping search for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Ul'dah and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be.
He went back and got arrested immediately.
And that was the last time we ever saw him. You three wait here. Help will be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Hopefully you bought the expansion pack. Alright, let's go to Shadowbringers.
Goodbye. You're like skipping like a lot of games there, my guy. He's like, I don't need to know the rest.
I did the jump potion.
You jump potion there.
Central Thanalan.
In
case you didn't know that.
Thanalan. Central Thanalan. Gotta load a little bit.
Yo.
We got some newbie sprouts in here. Or is it just the game going, oh crap, you're out of a cutscene? Oh, she's been in a cutscene
So
for a
let's
while
take a bit
now.
to digest what just happened. So,
Everybody died. Everybody died.
Teleji and the handmaiden had the wine bottle full of poison, poisoned Nanamo, and now she's dead. Gave Apple time to accuse us of doing it. And then Raubon kills Teleji, and then Ilbert takes his arm.
A funeral will be held for... Where did Raubon's arm even go? Did they, like, put a little coffin and, like... Or did they throw it in the
landed on the
trash?
table, and then...
Everybody at the party's like, alright, that ruins my appetite.
It's like that weird, that creepy, like, Ul'dah guy is like, I got his hand!
Oh, boy. Man, though, Averick and Lucia left right at the right time, and Averick, like, hears about this later, he's like, oh god, I should have stayed. Like, could have watched
like,
somebody's arm being
Raubon
taken
lost
off.
what?
Like, I imagine Averick's just kind of like, every time I leave a party, it always picks up after I go.
God. And now the Scions are, like, gone. Like, Ida and Papalymo blew up. Thancred and Y'shtola...
They limit breaked.
Y'shtola and Thancred got caved in. And Minfilia heard from Hydaelyn, and now she's gone.
Mom called her. She's like, Mom's calling me, I gotta go. And you're like, can this wait? And she's like, no, I gotta talk to Mom.
God,
my mom says no.
It's just like I understood why she decided to do what she was wanting, because she's been kind of telling us this whole time that she's blaming herself for her failures, for like Moonbrita, for the Waking Sands, and then watching Ida and all of them just, you know, go one by one. So I know at that moment she's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to save my friends. What do I do? And I think with Hydaelyn hearing her voice, she was just like, you know what? I found my resolve. I guess I need to do this.
We haven't been able to hear from Hydaelyn since Stepdad took away our powers or whatever.
True.
So...
The fact that Hydaelyn was able to reach Minfilia, that's kind of... Because apparently she's supposed to be really weak right now, too.
Well, yeah, well, like, it's really weird because from the very beginning, Hydaelyn's never been able to say more than, like, maybe a few sentences. I mean, she had a conversation with us for a long while, somewhere around... right before we took down the castrum, I think. And then she talked to us during the castrum, but the castrum... like, taking down Gaius and the ultimate weapon, that was, like, her last bit of words to us, and she, like, she got tired. She had to go take a nap.
And then she's like, I leave you guys for 1 minute. She goes, that's it, I'm taking my daughter. You guys can't do anything right.
But I'm wondering if Midgardsormr knows something, and that's why he took Hydaelyn's blessing away from us, because, I don't know, maybe...
Yeah, because that was always kind of weird to me. I'm just like, well, if you have a pact with her, why would you take her champion away?
Well, that's the thing. Even to this day, I always still have our theories about it.
Mm-hmm. Makes me wonder, like, he didn't get rid of it. It was mostly, like... Maybe it was mostly, like, to strengthen our resolve. And, like, well, you've always been protected, but what if you lose that? Are you so-called champion at that point, then?
He didn't... He's also doing it because of the political climate going on with the Dravanians and Ishgards. He doesn't want Warrior of Light to come in and then just destroy the Dragon Brood. It is his kids, after all. Like, Midgardsormr's like, no, you're not using Hydaelyn's gift to go kill my children. I'm taking this away from you.
Hydaelyn's fine, I'll take you. I'll take your boss, too, then.
Midgardsormr's like, if you want to go kill the dragons, you gotta go do that on your own strength, and then maybe I'll respect that.
Basically, at this point, we're just grounded. We've been bad.
But Midgardsormr knows that, like, right now, Dravania's side's not being heard. All we're hearing is Ishgard talking to us, and if Ishgard had their way, like, Midgardsormr's like, nah, you don't get to just team up with Ishgard and let that be that.
Mm-hmm. And as I turn my camera around, there's crippling depression everywhere.
This is... Alphino no longer thinks he is hot girl shit.
Now he's just girl shit.
Now all of Eorzea knows. Deep down, all along, you have always been a loser.
Yo.
I love him. He's my favorite. But he's a loser. Alright, what do you have to say, Alphino? How could I have been so blind?
No shit. I can make a synopsis over you, Alphino.
We can go back over many cutscenes. He's just like, I thought Dodo Consortium was real. Like, oh my god, that's where it first went wrong from the very beginning.
Oh, cutscene.
You want Pippin, or you want me to do Pippin?
Sure, I can do Pippin. The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us in without a moment's hesitation, or any hint of concern for his own safety.
Well, we did make friends with him at the very beginning. You didn't see that, Pippin, but...
He seemed sus to me.
He seemed sus.
Though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. You're kind of cruel.
I am shit. Unlike Alphino, I am hot shit.
Father often spoke of you, Larks, and he spoke a lot about you, Zia. Quite a lot. I'm kind of concerned. And long have I looked forward to our first meetings.
Raubon's like, she's very angry all the time.
He goes, Father, I see. I want to date her.
He's like, she's married.
Damn
Nobody can
it.
have her. I hear Lark's is single.
Damn it.
Damn it. I'm not into her.
Needless to say, this is not at all how I envisioned it. Master Alfino, stop being such a whiny little bitch. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you, Larks, and Zuyaya are free, we may still set things right.
Forgive me, Marshal Tarupin, but I lost all my crayons. Who is this? I have no memory.
Alfino, my boy. Sorry to keep you waiting.
The mysterious voice.
Oh!
Oops.
Oopsie.
I forgot who else is joining us in Heaven's Sword. Sid, is there something wrong with your voice? Do you need a lozenge? Yeah, I'm fine. It's a long story. Oh, what are we here?
Oh, wait, hang on. You're kind of cutting out.
Uh-oh. Airship!
There you go, now you're good.
Airship!
There you go.
Sid, please don't conk out on us. He's like, I'm sorry, that sewer water hit me hard. I'm pulling you out of the fire as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. I somehow know him. Like,
Truly, then he is no ordinary merchant, but an angel in peddler's clothing. But tell us, how do you intend to bear our friends to safety?
do you not know who I am?
Bitch, I'm Sid.
Well, I hid the Enterprise, but a short distance away. I put some branches over it and some leaves. Nobody's gonna find it.
It says, and the sign that says "Not Enterprise."
Nah, Nero, don't approach. All I need is a destination. I need to program my GPS, guys.
We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monitress and the Crystal Braves.
Coarthus. Ishgard will not suffer the intrusions of foreign forces in their territory. For once, their isolationism is going to be for our benefit. Oh, well, that settles it. With me, everyone!
Not I fear. I must remain. I dare not abandon Ul'dah to the Monitress and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you, both here and in the other city-states. But know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and his allies, no matter what the Monitress claim.
Marshal Tarupin, I know not what to say.
Ha! Now that father would labor to believe. But enough talk. You must go, bitch. Your airship awaits.
Airship.
Sid's like, I'm out! Bye!
Sid's like, I'm gonna go drive the airship. He's like, I'm already here. Hurry your ass up. Are you not gonna get on board? Like, get up! There's no rest for the righteous. Don't just stand there looking at it.
Just get the fuck in the airship, you two. God.
We've been on this ship like 1,000,000 times now. Come on.
They're gonna fucking die.
And nobody ever saw them ever again. Even the Warrior of Light. I don't know who goes through the rest of the games, but it's not Warrior of Light. Coarthus.
Snowy.
So it's like, well, at least it's not a blizzard right now. Still can't see the sun. Maybe because it's night out? I don't know. Though I like that they probably recognized Shin's airship enough to be like, no, 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 don't shoot that down. That's not a dragon. That's not an enemy. Just, he's cool.
They did 16 quests to get here, guys. Come on.
You can imagine, though, like, anything that's flying above Coerthus, like, Ishgard's like, oh, ready the spears! Where's our dragoons?
This wasn't in the stars!
Well, we should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Hotchifont. Maybe he will know what to do. You know he's just going to tell us to go do some squats in the corner, Elf, you know.
It's like, oh, you lost all your friends. Well, you got a friend in you. You got a friend in you.
Hotchifont's like, you mean you're going to have a lot of alone time here?
He's like, slumber party? Oh, I will bring out the essential oils.
So yeah, he's like, good luck, Larks. She like leaves.
Just gonna quickly put on my gear because it looks kind of weird with me in a banquet outfit now.
Quick change. And Larks are like sadly getting dressed. Like, okay. No more fun. Gi is angry. She's like, I never got to eat at the snack bowl. They had Chex Mix. It's my favorite.
Hi, watch your font. I lost all my friends.
Watch your font. We need a place to stay. And he's like, say no more.
Master Alfino told me your tale, you two. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, there's a polar bear that just landed right on top of me.
I have to deal with that in a minute.
The situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. 'Twould be best if I explained it fully.
Ishgar's on fire. I hope you don't mind. The only place left for you to take refuge is, like, getting destroyed.
And here's the final quest of A Realm Reborn, Before the Dawn. In times of trouble, there are few things more precious than unconditional support.
Or was this working off the phrase, it's always darkest before the dawn? This is certainly dark, okay.
There has been word from the capital.
I never catch on to their puns in the titles.
And 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert.
Oh, so there was another attack.
No, they weren't lying, I guess.
Whoopsie. Maybe it wasn't
Still,
a time
I wonder if it was...
I guess maybe it was too soon to party.
How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such.
Falling Snows. Well, at least you're cute.
He's like, I'm so excited you get to stay here with me for a long time.
I'm gonna fall your snow.
All frivolity aside, any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor.
For once.
agents of Uldar will find their every inquiry dismissed.
Can you imagine
and
how
their
many
every
knights
request for
have so
entry
much
rebuffed.
fun? Like, no, you can't come in. No, you're not
Masters
allowed.
acknowledged your
No.
innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind. But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
The intercessory awaits you two. Pray, do not keep your companions in suspense. I am certain their hearts will soar at the sight of you. For me, other things are soaring right now. Oh, Alfino, sit on your chair of shame. Shame!
Alfina. Jesus. Who managed to escape? And what of those who did not?
Well, who didn't escape was Raban, Nanamo, Papa, Limo, Ida, Y'shtola, Thancred, Minfilia. We have a long list. Bye!
Oh. I don't think any amount of crayons are going to cheer him up now.
I don't think he even has his crayons anymore. They're at the Rising Stones. Oh, before we go in here, as a side note, if we did go to any of the city-states right now, like, or even in Mordona, there will actually be Crystal Brave guards that will actually be around the city-states, and if you talk to them, like, have you seen this person, or you look familiar? Nah, maybe I'm just seeing my glasses. We're looking for losers.
Yeah, I remember before, up till the expansion was released, if you just went anywhere, there was always like just blue coats everywhere looking for you, and you're just kind of like, I don't know who Warrior Blood is. I'm just here to shop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We could probably see it in the next episode before we start the expansion. Because I think even when you go into Ishgard and start the expansion, even if you come back out and go explore the city-states, they're still around.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
They're around until a certain plot point is resolved.
Proceed to the intercessory? I mean, I guess.
Several cutscenes will play in sequence.
Oh, you live. Okay.
Alfino, Suyaya, and Larks. Is that really you? I'm not seeing Pals of the Dead ghosts, am I? I'm so happy that you are. My slip and slide.
They took it.
They took away my slip and slide. We couldn't rebuild it. I tried contacting Minfilia and the others, but no one would respond.
Oh.
Even to all the memes I sent. Everybody loves my memes. And then the Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us on the marketplace. Flamine told me to run, and so I did. I ran and I ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached. I lost my way. Coerthus is pretty easy to get lost in, I guess. And then I guess there's a blizzard. There's a blizzard outside.
Fortunately, I have observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. Hey.
Now you can see my face.
Ah, yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle.
Square Enix finally put in the final designs for Al-Ra, so now I can take that off. Pretty, isn't she? I feel like there should be voice acting here.
I feel like there should be too.
Do you remember voice acting happening here? Because I remember voice acting happening here.
Maybe it's in another cutscene.
Maybe. Anyway, after Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Urianger. Yeah, he wasn't there, you remember? He's still alive.
Oh yeah, Urianger.
He got saved because he got caught up in Yu-Gi-Oh! And didn't want to go to the party. When we told him what had happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the waking sands. I don't know why he didn't do that before, but from the outside, our old headquarters now looks like a Spirit Halloween store. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently, Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us with another visit. Good thinking, eh? Oh, sorry, where was I? Oh, yes. So we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come, but no one else did.
My people are searching for the other scions even as we speak, but we have met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. But you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves awaits you there. And they are true. If you try to go to the Rising Stones, you cannot enter it. It will be a Crystal Brave guarding it.
Oh, they turned it into a Spirit Halloween store, so...
Oh, God.
Be that as it may, we yet have cause to hope, do we not? If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible that the others could have done so as well.
I swear there was voice acting here. I remember distinctly what her voice sounds like here.
You may have forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts, and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor. Bye. I have hot girl shit now.
She can back that up, too.
'Tis all my doing.
Oh, there's the voicing.
Oh, there we go.
I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought.
Alfino finally realizing that he's,
influenced governments with
he's
my
16.
certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves, and even the Scions themselves, as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos. Which was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alfino.
So, Master Alfino, are you content to remain a broken blade? Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alfino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then
Then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon. 'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
And I think this is where the credits are. We're gonna skip those.
How long can we have it till we get copyright strikes?
We're gonna skip that.
Can we get to the eye close? Oh,
they still haven't. Oh, there's the lightning. I was like, who? Is anyone gonna turn on the lights?
Oh, I gotta set the mood for evil.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
He doesn't seem happy. Oh. So Raban did get arrested. Well, at least I gave him some bandages.
He looks like he's perfectly fine.
Oh, Raban. You didn't deserve that. Really? Do we really need you guys right now, too?
Of course. They don't want to make you forget that they're the real bad guys here. No. Nabrialis is no more. I heard he got done in by a hot Rogadin. I never thought that would happen.
The order was not to his invoke. His demise was one of his own waking.
Oh, Bray, this is why we don't invite you to meetings.
Nevertheless, it warns me. They have extinguished that which would be rightly revernal.
You didn't always talk like this, my friend. Why do you continue? Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste must be warranted.
We are of one mind.
That head trauma, you need to get that checked out. Seriously. The Northern Lands, then. I'm going to send you someplace cold and frosty and away from me.
The earth is wartile, and the weeds will wound. My will, they will weep salvation, unlike any in the world has won.
Nobody can understand that. By his will.
By his bill.
Lahabrea, get out of here. Just go. Go do things. We lost Nabrialis and kept him.
Wait, what?
Ah, yes, the other Astian we know very well.
Wait, what?
I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak, and make thine intent known.
Holy shit.
Ah, Oriange, I want in on this Spirit Halloween store. It's my favorite. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. Join the Asian Club. We're
What? What?
They promised him Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The very ultra rare
I mean,
stuff
if I was
that's
gonna get an
going for,
Egyptian
like...
god card, I would sell my friends out too, I guess.
Ariana's like, you don't understand. These cards are going for like $500 on eBay. Oh, some scenic shots. Scenic. The gates are still closed.
Damn it.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
I guess he's not lying.
To preserve the dawn's light, the heroes journeyed north. Their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavensward.
Oh, they said it. They said the title.
They said the title. You can complete the quest of Realm Reborn Part 6. You're exiting New Game Plus mode.
I just kicked you out.
Oh, well, my friends, that was Before the Fall and the ending to A Realm Reborn. Oh my gosh, what a journey A Realm Reborn was.
We went from being the biggest, baddest heroes. We kicked Gaius's ass, we kicked La Habrea's ass, we kicked Midgardsormr's ass, and then he kicked ours back, so... I don't know, that was kind of a draw.
I think one of the things I really like about Realm Reborn the months for the whole thing is that you started off as, you know, just an adventurer. You slowly rise the ranks. We literally we gave out pretzels. That was literally our first quest. And then we meet the Scions, we learn of our gifts and powers, and we slowly get powerful. And then we get to the big part of it all, and then you come crashing down. And I think of all the things I can give props to Realm Reborn on is that type of storyline. I find that really good.
I mean, I think the ending to A Realm Reborn was pretty nice. Like, there's some parts of it that were just a little bit weaker written, but like, I think A Realm Reborn, though it's known as being like the game people kind of slog through to get to the really, really good parts, it's very much needed, and it's not really all that bad at all. Like,
it really isn't. And even
we are about to get to some really good plot points, though.
Oh yeah, this is when the game really starts opening up. But like, even with Realm Reborn, even with its trimming and stuff, I still feel like the pace was not that bad. And even like doing, now this is also not doing side quests being available to us, but like even the slog through Titan wasn't really that bad either.
Yeah, with the new changes that they made since this mode started, I mean, I see a great improvement from when I played in 2014. Like, this wasn't my first time going back to it. I remember I had to redo it with Ogode, my alt character. That was before they changed everything. You also went through with Mai on the Leviathan server, and so we both got a refresher taste of the old Realm Reborn system. I think this one, it's a lot friendlier and a lot easier, and it does get through some like unnecessary parts that are just kind of like, we're here and we want you to play a game kind of thing. They've now like really solidified it all into more of a fluid story. It's still a little bit rough in some areas, but honestly, like, I think they still did a wonderful job given what they were given back in 2013 when they restarted this whole game from the ground up.
Mm-hmm. And even with the little trimming, I still think this storyline is still on par with the other expansion stories. Is it a little bit weaker? Yes, but I still feel like, you know, it still does the expansion's justice for what comes.
The main thing is, like, when people play games like Heavensward and then Shadowbringers, I mean, it's hard to top them. But the thing is that they learned a lot of lessons from A Realm Reborn, and then took feedback really well, and then they went on to make possibly, like, the fans' favorite, which is Heavensward. I would say Shadowbringers probably trumps it now, but for a long time, like, nothing beat Heavensward for a long time. So, but there's a lot of new players that they feel like A Realm Reborn's kind of hard to get into, and I think it's mostly because now they hear about all of the things that's to come, and they kind of want to get there, but I feel like the ride's very, very worth it if you take your time to...
Oh, it's very worth it.
Get through A Realm Reborn, because Realm Reborn has a lot of good highlights to it. And I said this patch, and also the one before it, Dreams of Ice, were very, very good patches. And I remember really enjoying Through the Maelstrom as well. So...
the patch story ones, I loved all the Realm Reborn ones. I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
I wish they would have kept stuff from the Sylphlands, but, you know.
I know, of all the things, I'm just kind of like, oh man, that was kind of funny, you know, but at least, there's still YouTube videos out of that stuff.
That is true. And on my Let's Play, my old one.
Yeah.
So, out of curiosity, of everything that you saw of Realm Reborn and all the patches, what is still your favorite moment?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, I thought you were asking our audience, so I wasn't going to prepare
we'll get to the audience here in a second. Actually, as we're talking about this, chat, tell us what your favorite moment was.
I mean, I really liked the entrance of Iceheart and Shiva. It was one of my favorite patches back in the day, and it still kind of is now. Like, Godbert. No, yeah, Godbert's very memorable. I wish we could have done the side quest where we had to oil him up.
I know.
There was a whole thing. Like, if you paid attention, you'd know that, oh my god, it's that guy who asked me to oil him up in the hot springs. But from earlier patches, I think I liked the moment when like, I should say it's not earlier patches, but from earlier on in the game, when you first had to go up against Ifrit. Or Ifrit, depending on how you want to pronounce that. But I think multiple characters say Ifrit and Ifrit, so it's like there's no official pronunciation here. But I liked the moment where Warrior of Light realizes there's something off about them, and getting captured down in that little crag hole with all the other people, not knowing what's going to happen next. That was one of my favorite moments.
That was a good moment.
In just the Realm Reborn storyline. And I also liked the cat fight between Sid and Nero in the Castro. That was fun. We have to experience that every time we have a Moogle 2 event anyways, so... But yeah, of the patches, I'd still say Dreams of Ice is my favorite. It introduced iconic characters that we all came to love for a very long time. Aymeric, Lucia, Hotchafont came back. I think this was around the time people were thinking, like, Hotchafont's got, like, a thing for the Warrior of Light. Like, we were kind of expecting it, especially if you played the Japanese version where Hotchafont gets really excited.
Yeah.
It got toned
The
down in the
yeet.
English version. Yeah, it got toned down quite a lot in the English version, but it was around Dreams of Ice where like a half dozen knights needed to hold back Hodgefon as he tried to like come to the right. People were like, Hodgefon's probably like hot for Warrior of Light. And I remember with the introduction of Aymeric, I could not for the life of me remember his name, so I called him Sir Bishi for a very long time.
I remember that.
He was a Bishonen. He was top tier Bishonen. I remember like, damn, like his face model and his looks and everything. He's got that Disney Prince thing going on. We're like beautiful. Other than maybe Shiva, but you know.
I loved Shiva. That scene of Yazael summoning Shiva is probably one of my most favorite cutscenes.
Yeah,
it's
everybody
so
was
good.
really, really hyped for Shiva, and then she came out, and then when she did Diamond Dust, because everybody who had ever played like a Final Fantasy game was waiting for Diamond Dust, you know, it's iconic. And her doing that transition in the middle of the boss fight, I think that was it wasn't probably the first time, it was one of the first instances where we experienced a transition in a boss fight like that, where we kind of got incapacitated and then she did her move. Therefore, it was like forcing you to stop and look at her, and then she stepped on you and it felt right. So, yeah, but and I guess we didn't know Lucia's name for her until the end of that patch because she was just Tacturn Knight. I didn't know what to think about her either. I just was like, oh, she's tall lady, you know.
Yeah, I was like,
but
she's cool, like whatever.
she's very frosty towards Warrior of Light in this period. She's like, I don't know you, like,
Which
I'm
makes
here
sense,
for business.
considering Ishgard.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
But Aymric's introduction was great because he right out the bat proves that he is leagues ahead of being politically savvy than Alphino is. And while I should have taken the hint at the time, I did not see Alphino's shortcomings happening at all. I did not predict the fall of the Crystal Graves or anything. I just thought, oh yeah, Alphino's got this. Like, for a very long time, a lot of people, including myself, didn't really actually look at Alphino and realize he was 16. He had such the confidence going on that, like, you just didn't think about his age. I also think that a lot of people's ages were up in the air. We didn't have Encyclopedia Eorzea either, so, like, we kind of knew Alphino and Alisaie were young, but we didn't know what young meant. And even to this day, I think the Scions' ages are all weird, and I don't have, like, a solid understanding. But the Scions are at least 20 or older.
Yeah, because I think Thancred's, like, what, 34, 35?
Yeah, he's, like, 34. The oldest ones are, I believe, Thancred, Riange, maybe Y'shtola. Y'shtola has stated her age is permanently 21 or something like that. So, Y'shtola won't age. She refuses to age, and I congratulate her on that.
Ida, I think, is like a teen. I think, no, not teen, like maybe like early 20s.
Yeah, I think Ida's very early 20s. I think she was a teen in 1.0, but 5 years have passed since then. So, even the really young, quote, Scion members, by the time Realm Reborn comes around, they've gotten older.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And I think Menphilia's, what, 28?
Yeah, she was in her early 20s when she went to get all of her connections together from the Circle of Knowing, and then all of her connections with the city-states and stuff like that. She pretty much was already doing it when Louis Soir was in charge, but she was perfectly fine with letting Louis Soir take, the leadership position, but then she was kind of forced to take an even bigger role when he died. So
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's one of the unfortunate things too of 1.0, especially with some of these characters, is that some of these characters were already, they already had their roles, they've already had their made, and then when you go into Realm Reborn, and you see them move around. It's like, well, they've already been established characters, and you're just meeting them for the first time. If any gripe you can have of Realm Reborn, it's mostly stuff like that, because a lot of people, will call Minfilia, weak and useless and stuff like that. But it's like, if you didn't see what she did in 1.0, they wouldn't be really saying that as much, because she was trying to establish herself then. And from what I've seen at 1.0, Minfilia did a lot of stuff.
There's some interesting cutscenes of Minfilia in 1.0 that I wish they had included too. Because first of all, it would have just made things a little bit more interesting in a Realm Reborn, trying to figure out some of these Scions. Because like some of these Scions, like we both know a lot of their stories right now, because they went on to write more of them in later games, and so, but some of them didn't get much writing at all. Like Urianger at this point in time, like, yeah, he's got this mysterious thing going on with Elidibus right now, and it was at that time where a lot of us were sitting there going like, what do we know about Urianger other than the fact that he likes big Rogan and mommies and is kind of cryptic and studies stars or whatever, or he studies oracle stuff, but there were really not much to go off of Urianger. Even in 1.0, he was kind of more like a side character that was just mostly a nuisance to the Garleans, spouting like random things out, and they're like, get this guy out of here. But he's just an oddball, and that's all you can really describe of him, so. And then even Thancred, it's like, okay, he kind of whores around a little bit, and he's got connections, and then he got possessed by La Habrea. And then Ida and Papalymo, they just kind of show up and do some stuff, and they're not plot relevant for a long time. So, a lot of these cast of characters, like, they were introduced in 1.0 and then were needed in Realm Reborn, but then they had so much to do. There was so much to write, so much to establish, so much to fix up and make sure things are running smoothly, that it just was a lot to tackle. I still think they did a really good job, because a lot of obstacles to get through.
Yeah.
And to have been perfect with that, I don't know. I feel like if they had tried to be too perfect with the story, then maybe the gameplay would have fallen through. And then that would have been really bad, because 1.0's infamy was how it played. So, sometimes you might just have to take quality from somewhere else so that you can get good quality in other places. And that's just all you could do. Mm-hmm. So, considering we could have gotten a really watered down plot just for
Uh-oh, you're cutting out again.
I can feel myself flying choppy patterns. I'm flying behind Camp Dragon right now.
Kinda got ya. Kinda.
You go for a bit while I get my connection back.
I would probably say the moments that I really liked. I really loved the Crystal Tower story. I thought that was really cool, and I liked the homage to Final Fantasy III, because that's actually one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. I just really liked that it gave more in-depth to Nero and Cid's relationship, as well as showing us a new character known as Gratia, and kind of giving him this more of a learning of like the Allegan Empire, and who they were, and the stuff with Emperor Xande and the Covenant with the Cloud of Darkness. I just found that stuff really, really cool. And the raids themselves felt like a traditional RPG type adventure. And so I really loved that. And I also think one of my most favorite scenes is probably fighting Leviathan. I remember when I was new and I was fighting Leviathan, I thought that was probably the most coolest thing I ever saw. And of course seeing Shiva and seeing Ifrit were also one of my highlight points.
I remember when Leviathan was out, I think it had been out for a bit by the time I got up to level 50 to go do it. so I had friends to help me out and learn it. But I was so intimidated about getting kicked off the boat. I guess that's more extreme mode that you have to worry about, but it's like, just the nerves you felt. Nowadays, I'm just kind of like, I don't care.
But all in all, I think Realm Reborn, I think it was a really good intro to the world.
I mean, I didn't want to put it down. Even without all of the little fixes that they did nowadays, I just kept playing. You know, 2014. I'm like a little bit late to the party. Not much, like barely a year. And trying to catch up to all my friends who were like, in game. And it wasn't that bad. I also did have though, friends that got me through things and I think that's kind of what I found kind of enjoyable was being able to play in a multiplayer experience, because this is my very, very first MMO. I think I tried things like Maple Story or some other things that were like, massive multiplayer online, but got scared off of it. But I was also younger back then.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad, because this game proved that I could really love an MMO, and I could have lots of fun with it, and I do enjoy playing with other people. So. So yeah, like this game is very, very special to me because it was just like, I never thought about 7 years ago I would ever play an MMO. I'm not an MMO person. Like, I'm gonna stick to my single player games, and now it's just kind of like most of the games I play are multiplayer now, and I kind of like wish for multiplayer in games that I play. So it's just a different climate.
Yeah. So, we have reached the end of our stream, and the end of A Realm Reborn. So, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because it does help this series a lot. And if you want to support this series, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so you can be notified the next time that we go streaming. So, next time, we will be starting Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And I am really looking forward to you guys seeing it.
Fixed Heavensward.
And I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing that story, because it's amazing.
I've been waiting for Ishgard since the moment we started playing. This is still my favorite expansion. It's kind of Shadowbringers has had me hard pressed against the wall. Shadowbringers pretty much, it trumped it in some areas, but I'm like, ooh, I'm still, like, I'm a sucker for Heavensward plotline, like, so delicious.
It's so good. So, I hope to see you guys then. Take care, everyone.
Bye.